What is the secret and silent killer crushing your cash savings literally as I speak? Inflation. Yes, despite the government declaring the official inflation figures of 8.3%, any economic organization worth its salt has already positioned the true figure well into double digits without public knowledge. Let's also face the truth that this does not only take place in America. Every authority on the globe is printing cash at a remarkable rate and diluting your wealth. Now, we should recognize that our society is on the verge of a massive financial crisis. Hence, people receive the caution regarding approaching hyperinflation indicated by the statistics they are receiving from the marketplace from the CEO of Twitter and the founding father of Square, Jack Dorsey. Square is one of the most prominent payment processors on the internet. We know this sounds very alarming, so in this video, we are going to share 12 assets that will surely help you prepare for a world crisis because they are currently a better investment than holding cash. Welcome to Billionista. If you love videos about luxury living, please subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to like and share too. Now, let's start from the bottom of our list. Number 12. Raw materials. By investing in material stocks, you can profit from these market changes since raw materials cost about 18% more at the moment, with production cost having stayed about the same. AA, SLVM, and FCX are top for value, growth, and momentum. Right now, raw materials, particularly those used in construction, are extremely popular. Number 11. Luxury handbags. Luxury handbags grow in value over time, but not all are created equal. When it comes to designer handbags, heritage fashion houses have their own most notable top 3: Chanel, Hermes, and Louis Vuitton, which have long been considered the unequivocal brands to turn to. For the past 35 years, the price of premium Birkin bags has increased by 14% per year. Some of these bags can cost anywhere from $250,000 to $1 million. If you can't afford the more expensive bags, the Chanel Classic Flat Bag or the Louis Vuitton Neverfull is a more affordable but still valuable option. Hence, it's no question that a woman with a taste for luxurious bags will handle her bag collection with the same care you would for your stocks. Choose the perfect bag and hold on for dear life. They are indeed a genuine long-term investment. Number 10. Luxury watches. A certain category of products reaches a point where their value rises over time. This is due to the product's craftsmanship, heritage, and scarcity. That is, the number of items available in the world. The majority of human beings purchase merchandise due to the fact it may be useful. However, the rich recognize something that the rest of the population does not, just like holding onto luxury watches. Did you know? The monetary value of the watch keeps up with inflation due to its intrinsic value, and the price will increase over time. Rolex Submariner, Patek Philippe Nautilus, and Audemars Piguet Royal Oak are the top 3 luxury watches to invest in right now. Luxury watches have been a popular investment option for quite some time since they are small, easy to store, and increase in value over time. Number 9. Vintage cars. Nobody cares if your iPhone 13 is now gold-plated. It isn't going to appreciate over time. From wine to limited edition cars, these either appreciate or depreciate more slowly. This is why the G-Wagon is so expensive. While your Toyota will be worth 50% less in 2 years, the G-Wagon depreciates at a rate of only 5% per year. A good edition Ferrari's price has historically increased by 8% per year. It's no surprise that the most expensive car in the world is a Ferrari 250 GTO, worth more than $50 million. So if you can afford to buy one that is already vintage and has some scarcity in its supply, its percentage will increase dramatically. Think about investing. Before we proceed to the next asset, I just want to ask if you have chosen your favorite yet. Let us know in the comment section below because I want to hear from my viewers and get that conversation going. And now, back on the list. Number 8. Art. Like stocks and bonds, art can increase in value. If an up-and-coming artist goes on to a successful career, the cash value of their work will skyrocket. You're better off investing in art than stocks statistically. If you buy it for $1 million and the dollar's purchasing power drops by half, then logically, you'd only sell it for more than 2 million. Thus, these are used as value stores by the wealthy. And because the wealthy protect art with their money, it has remained the least regulated aspect of wealth management. You may not have millions of dollars to buy one of these astronomically expensive paintings, but there are now alternatives. Regular people can invest in big art through fractional ownership platforms. Thousands of people come in to buy a curated piece of art, and the proceeds of the sales are shared a few years later. This is where art investing is headed. Number 7. Gold, silver, and platinum. Nearly anything with a limited supply is a better investment than cash, which is a continuously diluted inflationary asset. Gold has increased by 50% in just the last 5 years, and every other precious metal follows the same pattern. Green represents the purchasing power of the US dollar, while gold represents gold. You could always walk into any bank and buy gold bars if you completely distrust technology or anything else that is more complex from a financial standpoint. Number 6. Livestock. Livestock is more in demand in developing countries than gold or cash because you can't eat gold or a dollar. Compost demand and price are outperforming the US dollar significantly. With everything going on in microfarming right now, as well as the rising demand for premium cattle like Black Angus, livestock might be your ticket to wealth. So, what is better than hoarding cash or gold is owning livestock such as chickens, pigs, sheep, and cows. Number 5. Swiss francs or other superior currencies. Not only are there many other stronger currencies out there, but the US dollar is also one of the most diluted, distributed, and neglected of all the currencies. While maintaining a strategic position in the Middle East, the US has been printing and shipping containers filled with US dollars. They simply printed more money and flew it in cargo planes whenever they need to by political influence. Due to massive marketing efforts, many are convinced that the US dollar is the strongest and most valuable currency in the world. Sadly, that hasn't been the case in decades. But the delusion persists. It's time to consider other currencies that have greater long-term potential. The following are your top 3 choices. Number 1. British Pound. 2. Euro. 3. Swiss francs. Only the Swiss franc has made countering inflation a priority by refusing to print more money. They have decoupled their currency from all other currencies and replaced it with gold, land, real estate, raw materials, and other tangible assets. Switzerland has managed to keep inflation below 1%, while the United States, Asia, and most of Europe are experiencing double-digit inflation. Number 4. Land. Prices for agricultural land have increased by 7% in the last year, according to the US Department of Agriculture, and have been increasing since 2007. Because our entire world has changed, the land is in high demand right now. Have you ever asked why? We've always been strapped down to our workplaces. The farm came first, followed by the factory, and finally the office. This chain has been broken for the first time in human history. People have realized that they can work from anywhere. Why spend 100 times as much on land in the suburbs when you can go 30 minutes out of town and get a real good deal? You're free to live, work, and move wherever you want, thanks to all the off-the-grid tech innovation that's happening in the market. For the next 50 years, land is probably one of the best investments. If there is one truly scarce resource on the planet, it is land. We know how much livable land is available. Even if we constructed artificial islands as the Maldives and Dubai have done, that would be extremely costly. Number 3. Stocks. Almost half of the population of the United States has no investable assets. Meanwhile, the richest 10% of Americans now own nearly 90% of all US assets. Your shopping for stuff from Amazon doubled Jeff Bezos' wealth. This means that the rich are getting richer. Why? Because they do not save cash and instead invest in stocks, or preferably index funds such as the S&P 500. Because the wealthy are aware of capital dilution. Over the last 16 months, every dollar invested in the S&P 500 has doubled in value. While the poor cling to their money for goodness gracious, the wealthy invest it in real assets that increase in value over time. Number 2. Real estate. People are aware of the negative effects of printing money out of thin air on the economy, so they seek investments that are considered assets that maintain their value rather than depreciating. According to Zillow, the largest real estate marketplace in the United States, the average home price in the United States has doubled in the last 5 years, with the trend continuing. In the previous 12 months, the average price increased by 18%, and their data predict a future increase of 13%. Taking into account the rise of raw material prices, we anticipate new apartment prices to be significantly higher than they are now. In the long run, the value of your home does not increase. It's not like a new kitchen appeared out of nowhere. It's the currency's purchasing power that's falling, so you'll have to spend more money to get the same thing. Saving for a house is one of the most expensive things you can do at this point. But for us, real estate is by far the most reliable store of value. Number 1. Literally anything but cash. We started this video by looking for better cash alternatives. Right now, cash is the absolute worst asset to own. Anything with a large number of supporters can be used as a store of value. When it comes to money, we are on the verge of a major shift, and the poorest and least educated will be the hardest hit. When people lose faith in their monetary system, they look for alternatives. Anything but cash, please. This is why baseball cards are becoming more popular again. Pokemon cards are now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars because of this. People have been advised to store their cash and hold it hidden for rainy days. However, nobody warned them that their cash could be worthless as soon as the rain started to fall. Find a good time to get out of cash and invest in something that will hold its value for years to come. So Billionistas, personally, what is the best investment for you mentioned in the video? Or maybe it's one that we didn't mention. Let me know in the comments. That's it for this time. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.